welcome to the Eye in Fort Lauderdale, Florida for today's SFL action between the Carolina Skyhawks and the Florida Storm. I'm Jack Brown, and alongside me here today is Ramos Lynn. And Ramos, over 230 games between these two franchises, and this is the first time they've ever played a game against each other. What do you think these two teams are going to come in with playing a brand new opponent, even if it's for a team that's been around for so long?
I think they're going to be themselves, Jack. I mean, the Skyhawks have established a good short passing game, type of like a West Coast style offense, short passes to the tight ends, to the wide receivers on out route, stuff like that. And for the Florida Storm, they like to put pressure on the quarterback. They have who is by far the best defensive player in SFL history, Alex Dominguez, still on the middle of that defensive line. And, you know, Ron Cochran was laying the ball out. I mean, J.W. Doyle and Beletsky are good backs in the backfield, but this is a passing team, and we're going to see a lot of fireworks, I think.
Couldn't agree more. All the more fireworks, as this is an Atlantic Division clash. These two teams battling for some sort of division supremacy here today in Fort Lauderdale. We're just moments away from kickoff here on the SFL Network on Twitch. Carolina versus Florida coming up right now. Florida set to kick off. Ethan Sneed, the man with the ball on the tee. And this game is underway from here in the Miami area. Kick is deep in the end zone, and they're going to take the kneel. And now Xander Golden Company come out to lead the Carolina Skyhawks.
Yeah, and expect this Carolina offense with Gold and company to start off, you know, a little bit precautionary. I will be surprised if they throw like deep post routes or corner routes right off the get-go. I will just expect to run the ball in short passes, middle of the field and outside.
Starting off with the split back, 3 wide to the top one to the bottom. Going to hand it off to Logan Jack. Jack plows through a man, nearly gets through the second line. Going to get 4 yards on the run, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that's a 3 wide receiver set, so they put Florida in their nickel defense and ran it right up the gut. A good play to start off, a 4-yard gain, and that sets up your offense.
2nd and 6 now. Carolina once again running 3 wide with one in the backfield. Hand off to Logan Jack. Once again, Logan Jack sheds a man, able to get another 3 yards.
Get a manageable 3rd down and 3 coming up here for the Carolina Skyhawks. You know, look out for those tight ends. They like to put a couple of tight ends on the field. They like to put Tony Zoma and company, even though he's the only tight end, but maybe a short out route or something just to get the 1st down.
Yeah, they have the receiving core to do it. Sam Avolis, Keith McDaniel Jr., and Harish Prasad. They're going to throw it to Logan Jack, and Jack's going to run for it. He's not going to get it. 4th down and 1 for the Skyhawks. And the first drive for them ends up in a 3 and out.
Yeah, and not a good read right there by Logan Jack. He had space to go to the inside and 1st down, but he tried to turn the corner and just didn't have enough speed for that.
And now Mike Johnson comes out for the first punt of the day. Snaps right where it needs to be, and the kick is away. It's going to be a high, booming kick. Taken right at the 42-yard line, where Ron Cochran and the Florida Storm offense will now take the field for the first time today.
In really good field position right there for Florida, and that's what they like to do. They like to first, put the defense on the field first, and then when they get on offense, get good field position so they can just travel a good, 40, 50 yards and get in scoring position.
Going to be a play action for Cochran. Cochran throwing to the sideline, but that was going to be tipped off and going to fall to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, good job right there by the backside safety. That is Chad Stinson. He's one of 2 safeties, free safeties on this Carolina roster. They also have Monte Wyatt back deep, and a good coverage on the play to force a 2nd down now.
And now Florida coming out in the split back shotgun formation with only 2 men wide. Short drop for Ron Cochran. Cochran can't find anyone. He's going to get sacked for a loss of 8 yards on the play.
And that looked like some WWE wrestling kind of stuff. We are not going to get a replay there, but Levon Irvine just absolutely destroyed Ron Cochran. I'm surprised he was able to stand up that quickly. And it's a 3rd and long press man coverage here for Carolina expecting a pass.
Yeah, whenever you get those linebackers barreling down, you know it's never easy. Cochran finds Beletsky, and Beletsky spins around. He's not going to even get back to where the 10 was, and it's going to be 4th and 14.
Great job right there by Carolina's defense. They did not have a good, field position to play defense. Florida was basically already at midfield, and they will get the ball back, and pretty decent field position for the Carolina offense.
Now Marcus Agrippa out to punt. Agrippa playing his 3rd season as punter for the Florida Storm. Kick is high, and it's going to be fielded at... Actually, it's going to let it bounce right up to the goal line, and wow, what a punt!
I was saying, Carolina was going to get pretty decent field position, but not with that guy. Marcus Agrippa does a hell of a punt. And it's very important, Jack, because, Florida has an amazing pass rush. If they can put some pressure, they could get a safety here.
Now Carolina in the shadow of their own goalposts. 1st and 10. Back the handoff to Logan Jack. No, Xander Gold's going to drop back, throws over the middle. Great throw, great catch. Catch made by Harish Prasad.
Yeah, brilliant play right there. They put Harish Prasad in the slot instead of putting outside of the numbers, and it's just a quick inside route for a good gain of 7 yards, and that will take you outside of the shadow of your own goalpost. So on a 2nd and 3 is way better than having a 2nd and 10, of course.
Deep drop for Xander Gold. Fire source the sideline, able to get the 1st down. No, he won't. Tony Zoma on the reception. They didn't say he got it.
Yeah, and I agree with the call on the field. I think he was just a little bit shy. Zoma running his outright just a little bit shy of the 1st down marker, but they have 3rd and inches, and they have the running back to pick up half a yard here.
Going under center once again. Short drop by Xander Gold, and it's going to be the same play. Throw to Harish Prasad. It's going to fall to the ground, 4th and inches.
Yeah, a rare drop right there by Harish Prasad. He had an open man. In the SFL, that's wide open, Jack. You have a step on the defender. Defenses are so good. You need to make sure you catch that ball and get a 1st down.
So now Johnson, once again, now having to kick it from inside his own end zone. Not an easy task for any punter. Snaps right where it needs to be. Nearly blocked. And it's going to be fair caught at the Carolina 42-yard line. Florida now in a borderline perfect field position.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they are basically in scoring position. We have to remember they do have, obviously, a contracted kicker. Florida does. So, it's about only 7 yards away probably from field goal range. Obviously, they want to have more than that.
And the first play is going to be a handoff to Beletsky, and Beletsky only gains 2 yards on the first run, going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Good job by Shravan Prasad, brother of Harish, making a tackle in the open field. Not easy when, it's man-to-man coverage. The linebacker needs to make a strong play, and he did.
Yeah, the Prasad brothers both showing their prowess. Harish on offense, Shravan on defense. 2nd and 8. Cochran in the shotgun. Cochran gonna drop back, take a few steps, and nearly gets sacked. Throws over the middle, and they were lucky. That one only fell incomplete. That one could have been disastrous.
Yeah, very lucky indeed. And Carolina's pass rush is having their way right now. Florida's offensive line. If I'm the Storm, you have 8 yards to go, but you're about 4 or 5 yards away from field goal range. I will probably just dump it short and try to make my my wide receivers get a 1st down with their legs.
Low snap for Ron Cochran. Cochran throws it over the middle. He's going to get the 1st down. What a throw. What a catch for Florida to get the first down. Stephen Bush on the reception.
Yeah, that's a brilliant route. I mean, you just have to get a little bit past the sticks. He does by about half a yard. Pays the price, but gets the first down, and Florida is in scoring position for the first time in this game.
So now it's going to bring up first down and 10, about 6:19 remaining in the first quarter here. Handoff to Boletsky, and Boletsky's going to find a hole. Not going to gain a lot, though. Probably only about a yard or two.
Not much there. This Carolina defense pretty stout. I mean, they do have like 20,000 players on defense. I mean, they have 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, and they have 6 defensive backs. So basically, whatever package they run, they have stars all over the field.
And that's what you want here in the SFL. Handoff to Boletsky once again. Boletsky going to try and run to the outside. Boletsky gains another yard or two. Going to bring up third down and 7.
They're trying to get the ball to the outside, but again, good speed right there by the Carolina defense, not allowing the running back. In this case, actually was J.W. Doyle, the fullback, to get to the edge and break off a huge run. 4 wide receivers here for Alaska. Watch out for the slants or a pattern across the middle of the field.
Low snap for Cochran. Cochran moving around in the pocket. Finds a man. He's got room to run. Spins around a few defenders. And he's going to get the first down all the way down to Carolina's 11-yard line. Jeff Como. What a grab.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Como has the size of a tight end. You know, he's 6'6", and has a lot of speed, too. And basically, that's the same route that killed the Carolina Skyhawks in the previous third down opportunity. They just didn't protect the middle of the field, and Florida now it's in the red zone.
Ball on the 11. It's going to be 3 wide, 1 in the backfield for the Storm. Deep drop for Cochran. Finds Boletsky, and Boletsky's going to get hit hard. Only gains 3 yards on the reception. Tackle made by Davidson Joseph.
Yeah, strong tackle right there by the corner. If he doesn't make that stop, probably Boletsky gets into the end zone. So a very important play by the second-year man right there at corner, Davidson Joseph.
So now it's second down and 7, 3 wide to the top of your screen, 1 wide to the bottom with Boletsky in the backfield. Deep drop by Ron Cochran. Throws for the end zone. That one's going to be tipped off in the corner, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, trying to get basically it's a fade route, if you want to call it that. It's just a pass back corner of the end zone, and a good play again by Joseph back-to-back, deflecting the ball, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Florida needs to be careful with the football here, Jack. You know, again, this defense has about 6 defensive backs. You don't want to throw it to one of them.
Cochran, short drop. Cochran goes for the end zone. That one's going to fall to the ground. And the Storm are going to have to bring out Ethan Snead to take the 3 points.
Yeah, I was unable to catch a number, so my apologies. But that was probably Joseph again with another pass deflection. Should have been intercepted. Actually, I think that was Mark Martin, number 39, the corner. So, tough break for Carolina, but at least they get half a stop here.
Yeah, the secondary locking down on the Florida offense. Kick is away, and it's going to be through for 3. Florida takes a 3-0 lead on the Skyhawks.
Yeah, important points on the board. You know, it seems that points will come on a premium if we are going to see what we've seen through the first quarter. It's going to be a lot of tough sledding, a lot of, you know, defenses falling around. I mean, Carolina already has a couple of sacks, actually 1 sack in this game, but a couple of pressures. And it's been difficult for Carolina to move the ball so far.
Kick is away now. It's going to be back of the end zone once again. That one nearly went through the uprights. 1st and 10 for Carolina at their own 20.
Yeah, that's Abeles, the wide receiver. He's not gotten a catch yet, not even a target. Harish Prasad has a couple of targets for 7 yards, 1 catch. And Logan Jack went with only 2 attempts for 7 yards, so I would expect probably for the Skyhawks to give the ball to him right up the middle here, Jack.
And no, Xander Gold's going to drop deep, throws over the middle, caught, first down and more, up to the 39-yard line, the 19-yard grab made by Heath McDaniel Jr.
Yeah, that's the better Heath McDaniel Jr., number 80, with a good route, just a simple post route, middle of the field, and there's no hole safety, so there's nobody who can actually undercut the route and pick it off. Good play by the Carolina Skyhawks. Xander Gold is 4 of 5 for around 30 yards so far.
Now Xander going to go under center. Xander, short drop, throws over the middle. Once again, it's going to be picked off. Florida gets the ball right back, and Evan Carroll sits on top of that route, like a chicken on an egg, and he's going to come away with it.
Yeah, Carolina has tried to do that route too many times here in the first quarter, and he knew it. He knew exactly where the ball was going to on that slant route. Florida gets the ball, and again, great field position here for the Storm. Look at the outsides, Jack. A lot of room to the outsides for either one of these two backs.
And no, Cochran's going to throws it deep, and he's got a man! Taking it down to the 10-yard line in just 2 plays. Florida has been taken from the back foot, and now they're charging right for the end zone.
Yeah, and if you see that play, there were about 3 receivers open for the Storm, and Ron Cochran does a great job finding the guy that is deeper down the field and throwing the ball to him. It's going to be 1st and goal here for the Storm, who are dominating here in the first quarter.
Now it's 1st and goal. Same formation as last time. Handoff to Boletsky. Boletsky goes right up the middle. If he hadn't done that juke, he probably would have been gone for a touchdown. The touchdown saving tackle made by number 43, Kane Vasquez.
Yeah, good strong tackle right there. And Boletsky is a running back that, it's nothing that Florida is actually accustomed to. They are normally accustomed to the big, strong backs like J.W. Doyle and, back in the day they had a couple of, Justin Beakley Jr. He's a different type of running back, but I like him.
And Carolina gets it right back from their own end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 20. Pick made by Tristan Hatley.
Yeah, trying to go with the with the go route here, and that's a clear interception. Good play by Carolina. Very important play in this game, shutting down that drive and giving Carolina a little bit of momentum back.
So now the ball's on their own 20. Xander Gold given another chance to put some points up on the board. Going to start up in the split back. Snaps right where it needs to be. Xander Gold moving around the pocket. Xander Gold, what a miracle he was even able to get that play to work.
Yeah, that's a strong arm throw right there for Harish Prasad, who's been the main target. 4 targets so far with a couple of catches in the first quarter. And trying to move the ball. I would like for Carolina to run the ball a little bit more, Jack. They've been just throwing the ball all day. I think Logan Jack needs more touches.
And, well, that's exactly what they're going to do. Hand it off to Logan Jack, and Jack's got room to the outside, and Jack is going to take it all the way up to their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Logan Jack showing his prowess with the football.
Yeah, brilliant job right there, honestly. Look at the fullback right there, and I'm trying to get a number here, but he was awesome in just sealing that edge and allowing Logan Jack to get a ton of yards for a 1st down.
Yeah, and that was also a lot of it was on that offensive line of Carolina, able to make that work. Now the ball's in their own 45, and Carolina's driving. Short drop for Xander Gold. Xander Gold's going to find his man towards the sideline. Tony Zoma going to pick up 8 yards.
Yeah, and that is, a mismatch that Carolina can exploit. I mean, that's Tony Zoma, the star tight end, going against one of the role players, one of the role linebackers. So, that's something that Xander Gold can be testing throughout this game.
Hand off to Logan Jack once again to the outside, and Jack nearly gets through his man. If he had gotten through that one, he would have been gone for the touchdown. Logan Jack, this drive alone, has 2 runs for over 10 yards.
And that's another power play, and Carolina has been brilliant right there. Look at that, how they pancaked that guy. And they have been brilliant on giving Logan Jack space. You know, only 4 carries so far for Logan Jack, but 38 yards, so almost 10 yards a clip.
Yeah, Ryan Tobin being the only man who seems to be able to stop him on this Storm defense so far. 1st and 10, ball to Florida 34-yard line now. And it's going to be a free play, handoff to Logan Jack, able to get to the outside once again before he gets laid out once more. But I think that was Ryan Tobin again, but it's not going to matter.
It's going to be 45 yards here.
Yep.
Number 52, defense, 12-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
And that's going to be on Deontay Stoneville, jumping a little bit too early as the defensive end. And that's going to bring up now 1st and 5 for Carolina.
And it's important, this flag's important, Jack, because it clear puts Carolina in field goal range. So even if they don't move the ball from here, they can tie this one up.
Xander Gold moving around the pocket once again, going to go the same route. It's going to be a 1st down on the Florida 23-yard line. Harish Prasad, that route has really worked well for them this drive alongside the outside handoff to Logan Jack.
Yeah, great throw and a great route right there by Harish Prasad. He needed 5 yards and ran a 6-yard route for a good 1st down, moving the chains. And there's that man. I mean, that's the guy you want to go to here in close to the red zone.
Probably see one more snap before the conclusion of the 1st quarter here. Deep drop for Xander Gold. Xander Gold's going to find Logan Jack. Jack picks up a block before he gets laid out at the 19-yard line. And that's going to bring us to the end of the 1st quarter here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Storm are up on the Skyhawks 3-0 in the first ever meeting between these two legendary franchises. But Carolina is driving. Don't go anywhere. This is the SFL on Twitch. Second and 6 now. Carolina on Florida's 19-yard line. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Short drop for them. Going to throw it over the middle, and they nearly had what could have been a touchdown for Harish Prasad. But Carroll once again getting his hands up there and able to get that one to the ground.
Yeah, very good play right there by the number 1 corner here for Florida. Evan Carroll has been the longest of times. I mean, the number 2 is not bad either. I mean, Ryan Davidson is a monster, but Evan Carroll has been the number 1, defending the number 1 receivers all his career.
So now it's 3rd and 6. Handoff to Logan Jack, right up the middle, and he's gonna be absolutely destroyed at the line by Alessandro Tomello.
Man, Alessandro Tomello, a little bit, slimmer than most defensive linemen here in the SFL. You find him at 300+ pounds. Tomello a little bit, slimmer in frame, but man, what a hit.
And now Whistle Jones, the big man for Carolina with the big foot. He's going to kick it. It's on its way, and it's through for 3. We're all tied up. A field goal apiece to each of the 2 squads.
Yeah, we're basically expecting a close game. As you can see, the spread, Florida was favored by 3 points, and I will say it's only 3 points because that's basically the home field advantage that normally teams get in the spread. Number for home field is 2 to 3 points, and otherwise this could be a pick'em and a neutral side. So we are seeing what we expected, a very close game.
And now Whistle Jones, kick is away, and it's going to be fielded deep in the end zone. Going to be run out past the 20, and Florida's going to get the ball right at their 20. No gain, no loss from what would have been just a touchback.
Yeah, Jeff Como is a very talented player, very athletic guy, so you can run it out and see what you can get. That one is a wash, and it was going to be the same as a touchback, but Florida's going to have, decent field position here.
And Ron Cochran starting this drive in the shotgun. Going to be a play action going to the sideline. Caught. Going to be a gain of about 7 or 8 yards. Catch made by looks to be Stephen Bush.
It's something that Florida likes to do a lot. They like to do a lot of play action. They don't run the ball a lot, but that play action is very effective of, catching the linebackers to the corners, looking in the backfield, and then Ron Cochran can throw the ball to open guys. Here, though, in a power formation, look for passes in the flat and on the flat, probably to J.W. Doyle.
And no, they're going to hand it off here. Going to gain the first down. Nice job by Beletsky. Beletsky once again getting his name called. As you said earlier, Ramos, uncharacteristic for Florida to have such a powerful running game, but Beletsky in his first year in the SFL showing that he can definitely be a weapon in the backfield.
Yeah, and it's a change of pace right there for Florida. Again, they have had guys like Ash Odom, who was a very powerful guy, now going with a little bit of a finesse back to give a change of pace.
And what a throw, and it's going to be caught. I thought that one had gone out of bounds for a second there, but what a catch there by the tight end, Verdin Zarkov.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a good look at this one. And yeah, that's a catch. I think that pretty clear that there was enough possession. The ball is moving a little bit, so I don't think Carolina's going to challenge this one. It's close, but I agree with the Carolina coaching staff in not challenging. I think there's nothing on video that would change the play.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball now on Carolina's 46-yard line. Deep drop by Ron Cochran. Going to throw it over the middle again. Gains the first down and about a yard or two more on the throw once more to Verdin Zarkov.
Yeah, working on the tight end right now. And again, Florida has been popular for those tight ends. Even though sometimes they have not run highly paid tight ends, they always make plays and they're always very effective. So Verdin Zarkov is just the next in line.
Handoff once again to Beletsky, and Beletsky gets laid out, but not before he gets the first down.
Really good blocking up front here by the Florida Storm, who went in and drafted an offensive lineman, actually McDonaldson, early in the first round. A lot of room to run here for Beletsky, who gets a first down.
1st and 10 once more. Now the ball's on the Carolina 25. These two teams worked it well between the 20s, but getting it in the end zone seemed to be the biggest challenge. Cochran making some adjustments at the line. Short drop by Cochran, throwing to the sideline once again. That's going to be a catch for a gain of 8 yards for the Storm. Stephen Bush getting his 3rd reception on the day.
As you said, getting to the red zone has not been a problem here as of late. It's getting the ball in the end zone. We've seen a couple of interception. Well, one interception in the end zone here for Ron Cochran, and the other time they were only able to get a field goal out of that.
So going to be short once again for Cochran. Once more over to Jeff Como, and Como able to get it to 1st and goal.
This is where the Carolina defense has really clamped down, and this is something that we saw last week when they played Lone Star. They were very good at not allowing McBride and company to get in the end zone, and they're doing a fine job against the Storm so far in this game.
So now it's 1st and goal, split back, handoff right up the middle, and they're going to gain a nice, respectful gain of 5 yards. Beletsky having himself quite a good day so far, right around 30 yards of rushing, with the longest rush of today so far of 10 yards.
And Florida is doing a good job again on blocking, the middle of the defensive line. They've had a couple of struggles of blocking to the edges, but middle of the defensive line, this Florida offensive line has been really good.
And they're going to throw it once again, and he's going to run it in. Touchdown, Florida Storm. And that's going to break the tie here in Fort Lauderdale.
Great read, great throw right there. It was just a pass to the flats to Mark Myers, the backup tight end, and he went uncovered. And the reason why is because Davis and Joseph actually had to cover Jeff Como, who was doing a corner route back in the end zone, so he had to sink and cover the receiver. But the tight end was wide open for a score.
And now the Storm are up 10-3 with the extra point pending from Ethan Sneed. Kick is away, and it's going to be good. Florida is up on the Skyhawks 10-3, about halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, and this next drive is going to be very important for Carolina here. If they can get some points on the board, it's going to be crucial for the rest of the game. Even if it's just a field goal, just staying with the Storm as much as possible is going to be crucial.
Yeah, what they need is for Xander Gold to get back to that Season 11, Season 12 form on this upcoming drive, as the kick is away, going to be fielded around the 5-yard line. Relatively short kick for Ethan Sneed, and Carolina's going to take it up to about the 23-yard line. Avalos on the return.
Yeah, pretty decent field position here for the Skyhawks here. You know, the run worked really well with Logan Jack in this previous drive, who is averaging close to 8 yards per carry in this first half, but only 5 carries so far.
Short drop by Xander Gold, going to find the sideline once again with Harish Prasad, and Prasad not going to get the first down. A little bit of a question. Yeah, that's a very questionable spot by the refs.
Yeah, I will challenge that one because that's, I think, very clear a first down. And if you would, obviously, you will not lose a timeout because I think he was past the line. You know, then again, it's second in inches, so you would think that you can get, you know, a couple inches, but I will challenge it.
Well, they're not going to challenge it. They're sending out the team, and they're going to hand off to Jack up the middle, and Jack is going to get the first down and maybe a yard or two on top of that just to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, good job right there by Carolina. It could have been costly if, you know, Carolina then gets tackled for a loss and, you know, they're in a 3rd and 2 or something and they cannot get it, but good job by them on getting the first down.
So now it's 1st and 10. 3 wide, 1 in the backfield for the Skyhawks. Short drop for Xander Gold once again. That out route to Harish Prasad has been working wonders for the Skyhawks offense. Not exactly a big yardage play, but it'll consistently get them, 6 to 8 yards a play.
Yeah, and Harish Prasad basically on pace to get about 20 targets in this game, which is not much of a surprise. You know, he's your number 1 wide receiver. He's probably your best player on the team, and you know, you want to give him the ball a lot.
2nd and 2, going to be a play action for Xander Gold, and Xander Gold going deep down the field, and his man just dropped it.
Yeah, you know, you cannot drop those passes. I mean, this is a player who has done a great job in blocking, but those hands need to be worked on a little bit.
Yeah, that was to the fullback, Freddie Greer. Not exactly usually expecting a pass to be thrown his way, but you got to be able to catch the ball when it is thrown to you. 3rd and 2 now for the Skyhawks. Split back, 2 wide receivers. Short drop for Xander Gold. Xander Gold is going to go over the middle. It's going to be called for a first down by Harish Prasad. And Prasad gets up to the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was that defense for Florida. That looked like cover 2 boundaries. Normally you call that when, you know, the time is winding down and you're trying to prevent the sidelines, but the middle of the field was as wide open as it's ever been.
Yeah, you need to lock down that middle when it's a 3rd and 2 situation, but now Carolina keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10, handoff to Logan Jack to the outside, and Florida's defense showing their power to the outside. Alessandro Tomello alongside his man Evan Carroll, able to get the stop in the backfield.
Yeah, that was very good right there for Florida's defense, able to seal the edge quickly, not allowing Logan Jack to get into the second level.
2nd and 11, short drop for Xander Gold. Xander Gold going to go for the middle, and that one just seemed to be a little bit too far out of reach of Harish Prasad. The man can go far, but he can't go that far.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good read by Xander Gold. He was open, but not the best execution on the play that time.
3rd and 11 now for the Skyhawks. Ball's on their own 48-yard line. They're going to have to throw it, and they're going to have to throw it downfield. Short drop. Throwing it over the middle once again, and did he catch that? Yes, he did!
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
What a grab by Heath McDaniel Jr. The amount of trust Xander Gold put into him on that throw, that's next level.
Yeah, and those are one of those plays where you as a coach can eat your quarterback alive because that was triple coverage, but somehow he was able to put it in for his receiver.
So now it's 1st and 10, ball on the Florida 38-yard line. Short drop from Xander Gold, going to go over the middle once more to Prasad, and Prasad's going to gain 7 on the reception, bringing up 2nd and 3.
A good drive here for the Carolina Skyhawks. You know, I said at the beginning of the drive it's going to be very important to see the response by the road team, and they are in scoring position now and moving the ball really well.
Moving it methodically as well. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Hand off to Logan Jack to the outside, and he's able to shed his man, gain a few yards before he is tackled. Going to bring up 3rd and 1. Tackle made by Eric Hammer, the linebacker.
It's going to be interesting to see what Carolina does. If they go heavy package again, try to stretch it out to the outside, or if they even throw the ball. I think it's going to be another handoff.
That's exactly what they're going to do to Logan Jack. Jack sheds his man, gets the 1st down. And that is what they needed. That looks like it was going to be 50-50, maybe even stop behind the line.
Yeah, I agree. And this is a very important play here early in this game to keep the drive going, keep that touchdown aspirations alive, and to move the chains one more time. Harish Prasad now with 7 grabs and 10 targets.
1st and 10, ball in Florida's 25. Moderate drop from Xander Gold. Xander Gold's going to be... And Logan Jack. Oh, my goodness. How did that man get up so quick?
Maybe his pride. But, man, you know, by the end of the game, he's going to be hurting. And he's gotten the ball a lot now in this game, Jack. That was his 13th touch in the first half.
And now Xander Gold's going to throw it deep over the middle. It's going to be caught. Bringing it up to the Florida 5. Heath McDaniel. He's been making those catches that you would never think would be caught.
Yeah, he's been the clutch man here for the Skyhawks. I mean, Harish Prasad has gotten 10 targets, and every time they've needed a big play, they've gone to Heath McDaniel Jr.
Well, that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning, folks. Don't go anywhere. Carolina's knocking on the door, making this a 10-10 ball game, potentially heading into the half. This is the SFL on Twitch. Florida playing really close up to the line. Meanwhile, Carolina kind of going a little bit more receiver heavy, 4 wide with only 1 man in the backfield. Short drop from Xander Gold. Xander Gold hit as he throws. And that would have been a miracle if it was a touchdown, but unfortunately it's not. Eric Hammer able to get the pressure.
Yeah, crucial play right there by Hammer, because if he gets in a half a second later, Xander Gold would have had enough time to connect with his receiver in the end zone. So a brilliant play by the linebacker.
2nd and goal now, ball on the 5. Short drop from Xander Gold, gonna go to the sideline, finds his man, touchdown, Carolina Skyhawks. That was the tight end, Tony Zoma, and pending the extra point, we got a tied up ball game.
And that's the mismatch I was talking about earlier in the game. It's Tony Zoma that started tight end going against a guy. Here is I think what caught number 47. That's Maverick Hughes, actually. Yeah. I mean, he's a good player, but when you have those type of coverage one-on-one, the tight end, you have to think has a little bit of the upper hand.
Yeah, never mind. We're going up against a linebacker. That tight end linebacker mismatch that's going to be lethal if you can't get that under control. Now Whistle Jones out to attempt the extra point. Going to be kick is away, and it is through. We got a tied up ball game here, folks. Carolina 10, Florida 10.
brilliant drive right there by the Skyhawks tying the game, and they have well, Florida has almost 2 minutes and three timeouts, so they can get in field goal range or even in the end zone to score again. But Carolina playing really really well here in Florida.
Yeah, kind of a tale of two drives really for these two teams. Basically the same amount of yardage for the last two drives, as Como's going to take it up to the 23-yard line. Florida, 9 plays on their drive for 80 yards. Carolina, 77 yards. That was 15 plays long.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they needed. Obviously, get the ball in the end zone, which is the most important thing. And the fact that they were able to also give their defense a rest. And as you said, it's 80 yards and 77 yards, both touchdowns, 5-yard passes. So basically copycat drives, as you said.
Short drop from Ron Cochran, and Cochran nearly throws a pick. The linebacker there for Carolina jumping the route, and now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a pick six by Amon Takes. If he gets that one, he turns around just in time. And man, that hit him right in the 5 and the 6. He has to come down with those.
Yeah, Amon Takes one of the 3 defensive pieces Carolina brought over from the offseason. Amon Takes coming from Portland alongside Kane Vasquez from Tulsa, and Josh Nevels, oddly enough, coming from Florida. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 10 now. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 wide to the top. Carolina playing right up along the line. Gonna be a handoff to Boletsky, and Boletsky saw the defense coming barely towards him and able to get 5 yards on the run.
Yeah, good run right there by Beletsky, just finding his opening. The play, I think, was supposed to go to the left, but he turned it to the right, and a good positive gain on the play. And now it's a cat and mouse kind of thing, Jack. If you get a first down, you can call a timeout because you have enough time to move down the field.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. Throws it down the field, and that's going to be caught 1st down. Florida, oddly enough, going for the hurry up, despite the fact they have all 3 timeouts. So it's going to be 1st and 10 once again. Same formation as last time. Shotgun for Ron Cochran. Play action. Oh, not going to be able to miss that one. 2nd and 15. The delay allows for Amon Takes to come barreling and hit Ron Cochran.
Yeah, that 56 looking like Lawrence Taylor type of 56 with that red and blue, just untouched to the quarterback.
Yeah, Amon looking like his days back in Baltimore. Throws over to Boletsky on 2nd and 15. Going to gain 4 yards, 3rd and 11, and Florida calls the timeout.
For Florida, I mean, 3rd and 11, they do have obvious weapons to get a little. And Carolina on 3rd down situations, 3rd and long at least, they have not been very good. I mean, Florida is 3 out of 5 so far on 3rd down. And when they've been in 3rd and longs, Florida has been able actually to connect for 1st down yardage.
Now 3rd down and 11. As you said, Ramos, 3 wide to the top, 1 wide to the bottom. We know what happened last time they whipped out this formation. It's not going to be that again as they hand it off to Boletsky in a very interesting play call. Only going to gain 4 yards of the 11 he needed, and it's going to bring up 4th and 7. They might just run this to halftime.
Yeah, I think Cochran read the coverage and he said, you know what, let's go to the half, 10 apiece, and he didn't want to throw a pick or anything like that. So, I'm okay with that decision.
And that's exactly what they're going to do, run this out to the half. They're actually going to take the snap, punts away, and it's going to be fair call. That's going to bring us to halftime here, folks. All knotted up at 10 apiece here in Fort Lauderdale as Carolina and Florida, in their first ever meeting against each other, showing that this was a matchup that came way too late, but hey, better late than never, right, Ramos?
Yeah, for sure. And again, it's quite surprising. Of course, Florida moved from Alaska to Florida a few seasons ago, and these are pretty two close teams. You will think they will have like a proximity, like rivalry or something like that, but it's their first matchup, and if it's as good as it's been, hopefully we see him many times scheduled in the SFL schedule for further seasons.
Yeah, and as we just saw there on the halftime statistics, these two teams, they're not only evenly matched on the scoreboard, but even in the statistics. Florida only having one more yard of total offense than Carolina, and again, they're pretty much split right down the middle for both pass and rush. These two teams are in a dead heat against each other. This should be an entertaining game.
Yeah, all stats, obviously including the scoreboard, have been dead equal. I mean, you know, the game started 3-0, and then it got tied 3-3, and 3, and then 10. So it's been just one hit after another for both of these teams, and so it's been for the rest of the stats. As you said, in the completions, Xander Gold has missed 6 passes, Ron Cochran has missed 6 passes. So it's been pretty much dead equal across the board.
Yeah, and these two teams in the second half, I mean, honestly, it's just keep on doing what you're doing and then hope that someone can gain control at some point. This is looking to be one of those games that may just go into overtime if it keeps on going the way it's going.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you.
Meanwhile, score update, of course, from Denver before we get started with the second half. The Nightwings up 24-13 over the reigning champion Baltimore Vultures. Denver came out of that game swinging, dominating, went up 14-0, but since then, Baltimore's been able to keep pace, outscoring them 13-10 since then. But we're here in Fort Lauderdale, and that's all that matters. As Whistle Jones now getting ready to kick it away to Florida to start off the second half. And we are underway for the second half of football. Fielded at around the 5-yard line. Going to take it up past the 20, up past the 30. And Ron Cochran, as you said, Ramos, he's been having a decent day so far. 13 for 19 for 135 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He's been doing well so far. He's been doing well. Obviously, there are areas of improvement, but you really can't ask for much more out of Ron Cochran.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, his only bad throw was that interception. Really good at, finding the open receiver.
Short drop once again for Ron Cochran as he's going to throw it over to the sideline. I think that was to Boletsky. And no, that was actually to Veridin Zarkov. And Zarkov taking a very unique route to get to the 2nd and 2. But hey, any path that leads to that destination works, I guess.
Yeah, it's a gain of good 8 yards on the play and good way to set up your offense 2nd and 2. I will run it here with Boletsky.
Right under center, and they're going to hand it off exactly as you said, Ramos. And they're going to gain about 10 yards on the run. The handoff right there was, once again, to Boletsky. The bullet Boletsky, he made his impact known in SFL playing for the Madison Lynx. Got the call up to Florida, and as I said earlier, he's been really showing his stuff.
Yeah, one of the many Madison Lynx players who have made the jump to the SFL, and they've been, they're playing very good as pros across the field, so across the SFL. So good by them.
And it's gonna be a free play for the Storm. Throws it down, and they're gonna gain about as much as they would have gotten for the penalty. Throw is to EJ Minson, his first grab on the day, but they're probably just gonna take the penalty yards. And the Storm, yep, they're just going to take the 5 yards, going to make it a first down and 5. Chris Colon, a man whose name we haven't called that much today, jumping off sides. But again, Colon, he's had a very long history in the SFL, and a lot of that has been spent with the Skyhawks.
This is a very veteran defensive line when you have Christopher Colon and Phil Hall. I mean, they have been in Carolina for so long now, with Shravan Prasad and Tristan Hadley on that defense.
Deep drop for Ron Cochran, and Cochran was able to place the ball right, but J.W. Doyle, the fullback, drops the ball, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, that's a second big-time drop by a fullback so far in this game. Carolina had a big drop, and now J.W. Doyle unable to catch that football. And he was open. You need to make those catches.
Yeah, it was all on him. Ron Cochran placed the ball perfectly. 2nd and 5 now. 3 wide to the top of one man in the backfield. Short drop. Rose caught by Boletsky. And oh my, Davidson Joseph lays him out after gaining 3 yards.
Yeah, but a decent play right there by Beletsky. He did his job getting that in a short third down situation upcoming here for the Skyhawks. And you have to think that the whole playbook is open for you. Look for an out here to Jeff Como, maybe.
Short drop, and they're going to throw it over the middle. And that one was nearly intercepted. Davison Joseph, you got to catch those when you have the opportunity.
Yeah, you have to. And again, it's another great play by Joseph. He's been all over the field. He leads tackles so far as a corner and has a couple of pass deflections now. Really good play, but you do need to make sure you catch that ball because that'd be, that could have been 6 points going the other way.
But now Marcus Agrippa gets his chance, and when he's in this possession, he can be dangerous with the coffin corner punt. And that one's just going to sail into the end zone. Carolina going to take it up to their 20. They got a very lucky break.
They did. That was too strong of a kick right there for Agrippa, and it happens sometimes with punters. They have such strong legs, they cannot control their own leg power.
Yeah, sometimes you do maybe need to miss a leg day or two in order just to keep that leg in control. Now it's 1st and 10 on their own 20. 3 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top. Short, moderate drop from Xander Gold. Going to throw it to Logan Jack. And Jack able to gain 2 yards. Again, not exactly the best play that you could have ran there, but keeps your offense on schedule.
It does. I mean, Logan Jack, really good, dual threat in the backfield. He can run the ball really well, and he's very good at catching those swing passes. Here, press coverage here for Florida.
Yeah, they're going all in. Short drop by Xander Gold. Sees the pressure, throws it to Logan Jack, and Jack's going to lose a yard on the reception. Better to lose 1 yard than to lose 3 or 4.
Yeah, I agree. Instead of getting sacked, you throw the ball to your back and they can get something there. Couldn't, but it's still a 3rd and 8, which is not that bad. You do have a lot of plays in the playbook that can get you 8 to 10 yards.
Carolina, especially that connection from Gold to Prasad, has been working wonders on that 8 to 10 yard range. Gonna throw it over the middle, and that one nearly got them there. Sam Avolis, his first catch of the day, could have gotten them the first down, but not quite.
Great job by the Florida defense making the stop behind the line of gain. Sam Avolis, that's his first catch as a kick return specialist, and just shy of the first down. And to your point, Jack, it's been just mirrored drives. A team gets a stop, the other team gets a stop. A team gets a field goal, the other one does. Touchdown. So let's see what Florida does here.
These two teams already know what each other's going to do before they've even done it at this point, it seems. And now Ron Cochran coming back out once again, hoping to get something going on this drive for the Florida Storm offense. 3 wide to the top, 1 wide in the backfield. Short drop for Cochran. He's going to throw it to the outside. Gains 8 yards, gets it up to midfield.
Yeah, that's the receiver E.J. Minson, who was a tight end. And Florida players, they put players in the position, and the following season they changed the players. We saw it with Optimus Klein. He started his career as a tight end, moved to a receiver, and it's been the case with J.W. Doyle moving from running back to halfback, so it's fullback, and vice versa, amongst many others.
Yeah, they move players to where they are needed, as they're going to throw it to Doyle. Doyle this time catches the ball, holds on to it, gains a few yards.
A good play by Doyle, and that was a more difficult catch to make than the one he dropped. That was a one-handed catch by Doyle, gets the first down, and getting very close to that field goal range to take the lead.
Yeah, tackle was made by Amon, takes Doyle collision. You see that happening a lot in the SFL Gen Chat. You never really see it out on field. But I guess there's a first time for everything as he hands it off to Beletsky. What a juke! Oh man, that man's ankles are eviscerated after the play.
Put that thing in the top 10. Look at this replay. We're gonna get the backside view. Look at that. Oh, snap. Oh man, that
Oh.
linebacker needs new ankles.
Yeah, be thankful we couldn't get the number there so that we didn't have to broadcast that name. Oh, man. 1st and 10 now for the Storm, and they're going to hand it off to Boletsky again, and he's going to get another 1st down.
Yeah, he's running angry right now, and he's inspired, and the whole crowd is really getting into it as Beletsky gets another 1st down. They cannot stop number 33, and again, I mean, Florida is notable for that. You know, they throw to set up the run, and now it's Bullet Beletsky's time.
And now they're firmly within the red zone. Hand it off to the Boletsky again, and oh my!
That's payback.
Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit of
Carolina
right there. I'm not sure if it was Sharon Prasad who he juked. I think he actually was the outside linebacker, probably Levon Irvine in that juke. But either way, you know, this is getting very good now.
Yeah, they have to get him back at some point. 2nd down and 7. Short drop for Ron Cochran, and Cochran goes right over the middle. That's going to be caught for a 1st down, taking them right up to the 3-yard line for Carolina. And Florida, they're moving down the field. The 2nd catch from E.J. Minson this drive, and it puts them in right at the goal line.
Yeah, and he had 2 receivers wide open in the middle of the field. He goes to E.J. Minson, but either one of those receivers was completely wide open. And in the chat, we see Base Scout 11. That's Doyle. It says Doyle time. Let's see if they go to number 45.
And they're going to hand it off right up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown for the Florida Storm. And it's going to be Bullet Boletsky, the man who's done so much of the work this drive. And he finishes off with a touchdown.
Yeah, he deserved that. That was Bullet Boletsky's drive. You know, he had many yards. You know, in the first half, he was quiet. I mean, he did get a couple of carries here and there and a swing pass here and there, but this drive was all number 33, who now is approaching 100 yards and has a score.
And now with the field goal PAT incoming from Ethan Sneed, and Sneed's going to knock it through for an extra point. Now, Ramos, if trends hold up, we should be seeing a touchdown from Carolina on this upcoming drive.
Yeah, that was basically what I was saying before the Florida drives. Let's see what they do because Carolina is ready to copy it. But we'll see. It will depend on this return, see if Carolina can get good field position and see what's the game plan for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, now as Ethan Sneed kicks off, and it's going to be deep in the end zone. They're going to just take the knee as Xander Gold's going to run things out. Now you got to wonder, was Heath McDaniel Jr., the offensive coordinator here, was he taking notes on that last drive, and will they be able to properly mimic it in one way or another?
Yeah, and I think he has to go to his player a little bit more, Heath McDaniel Jr. I mean, every time he's been called upon, he's been making big plays. I think this is going to go to Logan Jack here to the near side.
No, it's going to be a short drop. Going to go to Logan Jack, and Logan Jack gets laid out at the 26-yard line. Gains 6 yards. A good play for all intents and purposes, but Florida showing that they are not going to let Carolina do to them what they just did to Carolina.
Oh, but that's a decent play right there. It's just a check down, but get 6 yards, and you can do that with a guy like Logan Jack. Now has 6 catches in this game.
2nd and 4, handoff to Logan Jack again. Plows right through the middle, gains the 1st down. You just got to keep moving them legs when you're in that situation.
Yeah, I really like the play call right there by the Skyhawks. They had a couple of receivers far side, in Florida were worried about those 2 receivers, including Harish Prasad. So the middle of the field was pretty open for a 1st down.
So now the ball's on their own 31. Xander Gold in the shotgun. Looking around, surveying the field, going to throw it to Logan Jack, and that one was somehow in bounds, and it's going to lose him a yard.
Yeah, one of those plays that is better if you drop it if you're the running back, but you also try to make a play as a playmaker at the running back position. So 2nd and 11, but we've seen Carolina being able to get those 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs, and make it 3rd and manageable.
Offset I with 3 wide is their call. Handoff once again to Logan Jack, and Jack only gains a single yard on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Ryan Tobin, the free safety. You could say he's been borderline doing it all for this Storm defense.
Yeah, and that's something that the Storm like to do. They like to have their safeties basically let's play as all their linebackers stuffing the run. 3rd and long here.
Short drop for Xander Gold. Going to throw it into triple coverage again to Heath McDaniel. The man who's been doing it, who's been able to do it before with those sorts of plays, not able to do it that time. Adam Jones there with the deflection.
Good deflection right there by the Storm, and they're going to get a stop. And for the first time, they're going to get the ball back with a good lead here and with a chance to extend that lead here at home.
Yeah, if you're Florida, if you're Max Paul, you're thinking right now on this upcoming drive, I have to score, even if it's just a field goal. You have to score on this upcoming drive to really assert your dominance in the game, and they're going to start out with perfect field position.
Yeah, really good field position right there, and I think they have gotten into a very good rhythm offensively. Bullet Bileski's getting into it. J.W. Dole got a catch late in that drive. Well, that was his first catch of the game, and Ron Cochran is feeling a little bit more comfortable, it seems, in the pocket.
So now it's 1st down and 10. Cochran under center. Deep drop from Cochran. Throws over the middle. Finds his man on an island. All on his own. He may as well have been in Key West. He was so much on an island. Barrett and Zarkov on the grab.
Wide open, as you said. They were running, coverage to the outside. Carolina was doing, and the middle of the field was as wide open as you will see in this game. Both defenses have been playing really well. But, that one was a complete lack of communication by the defense.
So now it's 1st and 10. Florida on the Carolina side of the field. Handoff to Boletsky, and Boletsky charges forward, gains 5 yards. Bring up 2nd and 5, and Florida, they're driving.
Yeah, and it's something that they need to do for long-term success. It's just not force yourself to be one-dimensional and be able to run the ball as effectively as you throw the ball. And Boletsky has done a great job here in this 3rd quarter.
Short drop from Cochran. Cochran throwing it to the sidelines. That's going to be a 1st down catch made by E.J. Minson, who was pretty much dead silent in the first half. But the second half so far, he's made a handful of catches, and they've all been where it counts.
Yeah, they really have. And Florida, so far, ever since that interception, have played pretty much mistake-free football. They have not fumbled the ball in this game. Ron Cochran has been really accurate, above 70% completion percentage, which is really good, especially when you throw the ball down the field.
Now they're going to once again throw it over to, that was Doyle that time, and Doyle gains 2 yards. The fullback, it's not often that you see the fullbacks go out for the receptions, but since that drop a little bit earlier in the 3rd quarter, J.W. Doyle has proven to be, a somewhat decent receiving threat.
Yeah, he has, and he's a good receiving threat overall. He was a halfback, and they gave him the screen passes and all. It was just a rare drop that he had early in the game.
Throwing it down to Boletsky, and Boletsky gets laid out after a gain of maybe 1 or 2 yards, give or take. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 on Carolina's 27-yard line.
You have to be smart here, Jack, because you have a chance to put this in a 2-possession game, which, by the way this is going, could be really difficult to overcome. You don't want to throw the ball in harm's way and get intercepted here when you have secure points.
Going to be a short drop for Ron Cochran, throwing it deep over the middle, and that one was nearly picked off.
Should have been.
Should have been picked off, and that one was a little bit of a questionable play call, but Ethan Snead now out to attempt the long field goal.
Yeah, and again, basically to my point is, if it's wide open, throw it. If not, just try to scramble, try to throw it out of bounds, because points, again, in this game have been really hard to come by, and right now you can make it a 2-possession game.
So now it's 4th and 6. Kick is on the way from Ethan Sneed. It's up, it's over. And it is good for 43 yards. I think that one doinked. I think I heard a doink right there.
It did. It actually did. And it was... Let's take a look at the replay. It was extremely close of a double doink. Doinks right there. And just gets past the upright. Almost a double doink on that one.
But none of that really matters now, as Florida is now up by 2 possessions over the Skyhawks, 20-10 here in Fort Lauderdale, as Denver has also just scored, making it 31-16 out in the Mile High City, as Carolina going to field it in their own end zone. 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Probably another snap or two, I would say, remaining before we take it over to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, depending on the play, whether it's a run or an incomplete pass or whatever we get, I agree. Carolina needs to find rhythm on offense. It doesn't seem that they have a good rhythm or a good, like, consistent game plan so far. It's basically just been random plays. I will run it here and maybe try to get short passes going a little bit later.
That's exactly what we're going to do. Hand up to Logan Jack, and Logan Jack's going to be blown up right at the line by Alex Dominguez. Big, sexy, the man with the nicest number in the SFL.
Yeah, and probably also the nicest career in the SFL, as he is the best to ever do it in my eyes. And that was the last play.
Yeah, so get your 4s up in chat, folks. We're heading to the fourth quarter here in Fort Lauderdale. The Storm are up 20-10 over the Skyhawks, but Carolina has shown they're no team to mess around with here. Stay tuned. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. So now it's 2nd down and 10 for the Skyhawks. Got to get something going here. Throws it over to Logan Jack, and Jack gets laid out on the line. Eric Hammer. I mean, really, what else can you say?
Yeah, brilliant play right there by the linebacker of Florida. Just going sideline to sideline, making the tackle in a 3rd and very long line again. And Carolina has now struggled on 3rd and longs in this game.
So now it's 3rd and 9. Going to be a high snap to Xander Gold. Xander Gold threads the needle. Able to make that throw work. And it's going to be a 1st down. Sam Avolis getting a 2nd catch on the day. First one was a failure.
Yeah, brilliant play.
To convert the 3rd down. Yeah, that time he got it.
Yeah, brilliant play right there. Great throw and able to have enough legs to run for a 1st down. And Carolina in business still.
So now it's 1st down and 10. Offset eye, 2 wide to the top of your screen. Throws it over to Logan Jack. Jack gains 3 yards. Great play to keep the offense on schedule.
Yeah, Hammer again with another tackle, but they're making him work for him. Just those quick passes on the outside, trying to make your running back or your fullback, whoever it is, just try to get good yards after the catch and get you ahead of schedule, as you said.
2nd and 7. Short drop from Xander Gold, and Gold's going to fire it to the sideline. Brings up 3rd and 7. Passes intended for Logan Jack, but that one just wasn't able to go.
Yeah, the Storm are running a lot of press man-to-man coverage, just forcing Xander Gold to throw the ball into tight windows. And if I'm them, I'm probably running another one of those inside patterns if they go in a man-to-man press coverage, which they will. Just trying to get a little bit of space and get a receiver open.
So Xander Gold got to get the 1st down here. It's pivotal. Deep drop, going to throw it over, and it's not going to go. 4th down and 8. Pass is thrown to Logan Jack once again, and that one's not going to work. 4th and 8.
Yeah, not going to work that time, and Carolina has to punt this time, and they will have to rely on the defense. That defense stop, and I mean like a 3 and out or something like that, to have still a chance in this one.
And it's going to be a high punt here. Fielded at about the 20-yard line. Going to be taken up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. That's where Ron Cochran and company are going to set up shop. Really, you would think the goal of the Florida Storm this drive would be just to score a touchdown and, in a way, put a dagger in the game.
Yeah, you need to obviously link up first downs. You need to make sure you keep the ball on the ground. Thankfully for them, well, they will go in a shotgun here, but thankfully for them, they've been able to put the ball on the ground and get first downs consistently.
Shotgun for Ron Cochran, throwing it to the sidelines. That was going to be caught for a gain of 6 yards. Stephen Bush having 5 receptions on the day, and he's been thrown to 8 times.
Good play right there by Bush. 2nd down and 4, and they will go again with a bunch set. I don't think this is going to be a run. This could actually be a play action pass.
And they're going to hand it off to Boletsky, and Boletsky gains nothing. Gains nothing, loses nothing, 3rd and 4.
You know, that cat and mouse game that Florida plays, you know, they put a bunch formation and they will hand it off sometimes. They will play action other times, and you know, that's how they can keep a defense on their heels. On a 3rd and 4, again, the playbook wide open for you. You have 3 wide receivers and a tight end, so a very balanced formation. Let's see what they do.
And now Carolina needing the stop here. Short drop from Ron Cochran, throws it over the middle. That one should have been picked off, but it's 4th and 4. Carolina gets the stop they needed, and this defense really, you know, they've had 4 scoring drives against them, but, you know, they've been the glue that's been keeping Carolina in this.
Yeah, they really have. You know, they've been dropping interceptions left and right, but they've been able to make, you know, good stops in crucial moments. This offense of Florida is 3 of 9 so far here in this game, and all kudos go to the Carolina defense.
Punts high and away, gonna be fair caught at about the 27-yard line. Carolina, they gotta score on this drive. It's almost a necessity here. 7:47 remaining in the game, and their offense has shown that they are not the type that's gonna be able to score quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Even if it's a field goal, you need to put it in a 1-possession game. So even a field goal is good here for the Skyhawks. They need it either way. So 7:47 is still a long time to go.
And it's going to be a handoff to Logan Jack right at the middle, and gets laid out at the 33-yard line. Gains 6 yards though, and that's what you got to ask for.
2nd and 4 here on the 33, and Carolina can still run the ball. That's not a problem right now because, again, the time is still not that critical. So they can run it here on 2nd down if they want to.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. Hand off to Logan Jack. Jack spins around a man, going to gain his 1st down and a few yards on top of that. Carolina needing the score here, and so far they've been doing okay. Oh, actually, that was Freddie Greer on the run. Or actually, no, they're highlighting the block.
Yeah, good block right there on Hughes, number 47, to seal the inside and allowing Jack to go the outside behind the right tackle. But again, 1st and 10 here at the 43. They go 3 wide receivers. I could give the ball to Logan Jack again, just make it a 2nd and manageable.
That's what they're going to do. Hand off to Logan Jack, spins into open territory, and he's going to gain 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, now I think on this time, after 3 consecutive runs, you will pass the ball. 2nd and 7 still can be a running down, but I will pass the ball if I'm the Carolina Skyhawks, just trying to get a little bit more explosive plays now.
Now under center, 3 wide to the bottom, Carolina. And Xander Gold going to take a short drop, throws it on the flat, going to gain about 5 yards on the throw. Good job for them, and good job for the receiver there, Tony Zoma, the tight end.
Making a manageable 3rd and 2, and it's going to be interesting to see what package Carolina presents on the field as we're going to take a look here. It's a 3-4 wide receiver set. Actually, 2 receivers and 2 tight ends. Maybe an out route just to get a 1st down or a quick slant.
Possibly. Short drop from Xander Gold. Throws it right over the middle. It's going to be picked off. Florida able to grab that right from the air. And who was that on the reception? Couldn't get the number the first time around.
Carroll.
That was Carroll once again. Able to find the route, pick it off. And Florida now is in total control of the game. And you'd think that with the score, and particularly with the touchdown, that might just be the dagger.
Probably, yes. And that's the exact same play that he picked off early in the game. That slant route, he just got in front of the receiver and picked it off.
It throws down to Boletsky, and Boletsky gains 2 yards. Florida pretty much now in total clock control mode. Up by 2 possessions. They are clearly showing confidence in the defense, and really, with what they've been doing so far, why wouldn't you?
Totally. Yeah, Florida, I mean, all they have to do is milk the 2nd and 8. I will run the ball with Boletsky right up the middle and just try to put the clock down as much as possible.
Handoff once again to Boletsky. Boletsky going to the outside before he gets laid out. Gains 2 yards, and Carolina holding their defense, holding them in here, but Boletsky going right up against them.
Yeah, and with the punter that Florida has, I will run the ball again. I mean, I know it's 3rd and 6. You want to get a first down, but you don't want to throw an interception. I mean, it's shotgun formation. It seems that they're going to pass. I would just run it and just trust my defense.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. Throw it, get the first down. That's what they're going to do. Gains a few yards up to the 45, and Florida gets the first down. But the downside, of course, of that was that he went out of bounds.
Yeah, he went out of bounds. It doesn't matter much because he did get the first down. It would have been tragedy if he was shy of the first, but you can forgive him stopping the clock if it's for the benefit of getting a first down and putting the ball close to field goal range.
Yes, Stephen Bush on the grab there, and it's going to bring up 1st and 10. Ball on Carolina's 45-yard line. And Florida, when they come out of this formation, it may look like a run, but typically today, it's been a pass. And I was wrong. This time it's a run, but Carolina's defense swarms on Boletsky. Tristan Hatley, the safety, coming in from deep, able to get the tackle for loss.
Carolina had 10 players in the box, so the only intention was to stop the run. And it seems that they're putting the safety very close to the line again. Well, not that close that time. Only 7 in the box this time around.
Yeah, only 7 in the box, but the safety can be seen right on the edge of your screen there. So clearly they're playing up against the line. Handoff once again to Boletsky, and Boletsky gets laid out, bringing up 3rd and 11. Levon Irvine, who, if we're not mistaken, was the man who got juked, getting his revenge.
Yep. But this is the time here for Carolina. If they don't make a stop here, they're done. They go in a shotgun, and we have not seen Florida go in a shotgun too much. Press man-to-man coverage here.
The entire game rides on this one play for Carolina. Florida draining as much clock as they can. Snap is low, throw is complete. He's not going to get the first down, though. Carolina's defense showing that bend, don't break attitude really does work here in the SFL. And now if you're Florida, do you go for it or no? It looks like they're going to send out Agrippa.
This is interesting. I think the wind is against the Florida Storm, so I will punt the ball. And if it was on your favor or if it was neutral, I will probably try to field goal because it will be like a 52, 53-yarder and your kicker can make that. But in this situation, I agree with the punt.
Yeah, they're just going to punt it, make it easy. High snap for Agrippa. Agrippa going to punt it high, and it's going to bounce at about the 20. Oh, it touched the Florida Storm player.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that was close.
It was so close from touching a Carolina player. And that would have obviously been a muff kick or a muff punt, and Florida would have gotten possession. But that was close. That was very, very close.
Yeah, that one was almost too close for comfort for Carolina, but the Florida player, his rear end basically saved their game.
Yeah.
Short drop, throwing over to Logan Jack, and Jack's going to spin move, gain a few extra yards up to the 2nd and 6, and now Carolina, they're coming out in the hurry up. They know it's do or die time.
Yeah, they have to go up tempo and try and get an explosive play as soon as possible.
Short drop from Xander. Goal, and Gold finds Prasad. That connection's been working well through the first half. Didn't see it a lot through the second half so far, but they're showing what they can do best. Short drop once again from Xander Gold. Xander Gold throwing it deep over the middle. a Florida Storm player got his hand on it. I think that was the linebacker Eric Hammer. But that does stop the clock, and Carolina not going to have to use any of their timeouts.
Yeah, Florida playing a little bit more zone, just trying to prevent that big play and not allowing anybody to run over their heads. 2nd and 10, and I think Carolina has to go for, yeah, they will go 4 wide receivers. Let's see what they do.
4 wide, only one in the backfield for Xander Gold. Gold throws a laser over the middle. And that was, I think, to Prasad again. Xander Gold looking good this drive so far. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Get the play off quickly. Yes.
That they are. This is going to be the final play for the 2-minute warning. Xander Gold throwing over the middle. It's going to be fumbled. Who's going to pick it up? And it's going to be Florida. Florida picks it up. What? What just happened? Well, that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning, folks. Don't go anywhere. That was an insane play. You're watching the SFL on Twitch.
The booth will have to review this one. Obviously, that was inside the 2-minute warning. Even though the ball was snapped before the 2-minute warning, the conclusion of the play was after the 2-minute warning. So that's on the booth review, and this is gonna be an easy call. This is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he did not have possession of the ball. He was not like, yeah, that isn't a catch. For all intents and purposes, that's not a catch. Carolina should hold on to this.
After review, the receiver did have possession.
And yes, that is gonna be overturned. Carolina, the lifesaver's been thrown to them in the water. Can they swim with it back to the shores of victory?
Yeah, now what they have to do here, Jack, is first of all, getting field goal range. Get to the 34 or so. Get 10 more yards. From there, try to get to the end zone. But, okay, penalty.
Hey, free play. You can't complain with those. And you can especially not complain when that happens to your receiver when you throw the ball. So they're going to take the 5 yards. And again, 5 of those 10 yards, you said, Ramos, they were gained right there.
Yeah. So you need to get about 5 more yards to get, basically the first down. From that point, you can kick a field goal to make it a 1-possession game if you cannot get the ball in the end zone quickly. Because, what the important thing is the time. You need 2 scores, you need a touchdown, you need a field goal. The important thing is time. So if you have to kick the field goal, do it early so you can kick an onside kick and drive the ball again.
Yeah, honestly, the goal would be more so the 30, so that then you can start, taking those short drop throws to the end zone. And then, again, you're not going to lose anything, even if you end up losing yards on those sorts of throws. But now it's 2nd and 5. Deep drop from Xander Gold. Throws it deep over the middle. Tipped up in the air. Kind of interesting they went for a play like that with so much time remaining. It's 1:49 left.
Yeah, that was expecting trouble. That was looking for trouble right there. Triple cover. You want to go to your big man. You want to go to Harish and see if he can make a big play, but a little bit too careless that time.
So now it's 3rd and 5 for Carolina. This is definitely 4-down territory. A short drop from Xander Gold. Throws it over to Logan Jack. Jack barrels down, and if he didn't turn his back, he would have had the first down.
Yeah, he would have had the first down. Now, here's the thing. You do have a highly paid kicker in Whistle Jones, and the win is on your favor. I will kick the field goal here. I kick the field goal here, make it a 1-possession game, and try to kick an onside. They will put their offense on the field, though. Okay.
Very interesting. They're relying everything on this one play. This is for the game, folks.
And they're going for it because they just called a timeout. They cannot call 2 in a row.
Yeah, so it's going to be short drop. Throws. Caught! First down, Carolina Skyhawks. And welcome everyone tuning in from the other game between Baltimore and Denver. This is a game that you want to be watching right now, folks, as Carolina gets the first down. It's been a hard-hitting game. Florida up 20-10. Short drop again from Xander Gold. Throws it over to Logan Jack. Jack evades a man. Jack in a gain about 4 yards.
He needs to get out of bounds, though.
Yeah, wasting way too much time on these sorts of plays. And they still have 2 timeouts to work with. Short drop. Throws it over the middle. And 3rd and 2. Kind of a curious play call. Why would you go for the over the middle sort of thing? 3rd down and 2 yards to go. 2 timeouts for the Skyhawks. Throws it, tries to go for the end zone. 1st and goal, ball on the 5.
Florida's
45
doing
seconds.
a
The
great
clock
job.
Yeah, keeping it inside. That's what you need to do. Short drop again from Xander Gold, throwing it to Logan Jack. Jack gets taken down behind the line. Curious as to why they're not using their timeouts. They got 2 of them, and the clock is not playing to their benefit right now. Going under center is Harish Prasad. Not Harish Prasad, Xander Gold. Xander Gold dropped back, short throw, caught, touchdown, Skyhawks. But the question is, did they take too much time off the clock? And even if they get the onside, they only have 20 seconds left. Can they do it?
Yeah, I think they wasted at least, Jack, probably 20 seconds. I think that they could have called a timeout to have just one left, that's fine, but 40 seconds, so you can kick an onside, and then you can get in field goal range the following drive. But, it's still doable as long as you as long as you recover the onsides. You can still go, 30 yards down the field and attempt a field goal. We've seen crazy things before.
Yep, kick is up and it's through for the extra point. 20-17, and Whistle Jones going to have to run back out on the field in a second or two, where the entire game rides on this onside kick. If Carolina can get this, they'll have 20 seconds on the clock, but they also have 2 timeouts to work with, so they can kind of work the middle of the field. But again, it all comes down to this onside kick, and hey, it's the SFL, baby. Onside kicks are crazy. Kick is away. We bounce right at the 40, and Florida able to recover. They're going to win the ball game.
Yeah, great job right there by the up back on the play. Just very decisive, going to get the ball, sure hands, and Florida's going to survive this one. And how about that? Jack's data had Florida at -3, and they're going to get the push. So, no money for Florida bettors nor Carolina bettors.
No one wins at the end of the day. The house always wins. And now Florida, they're going to go 2-1 on the season after this. Both those wins coming against Atlantic Division opponents. Last week coming against Jacksonville, this week coming against Carolina. So far, Florida's been off to a pretty decent start so far.
Yeah, they had a tough outing against the Lone Star Glory. They lost by 5 touchdowns, but Jacksonville, they won by 3, 13-10, and against Carolina now 20-17, so 2 3-point games, victories, and their defense has been so much better in weeks 2 and 3.
Yeah, meanwhile for Carolina, a hard loss, but it's a respectable one nonetheless. Florida is not an easy team to beat by any stretch of the imagination, and Carolina just being able to hang in there for as long as they have is really, again, is something to really commend them for.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a team in the up and up. They have very strong core players. They've been a long time with this team, and is just, gelling together finally. Even though they're 1-2 in the season, you can really see how this Carolina team is playing better this year than they've been doing in years past.
Yep, so the final score here from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Storm have beaten the Skyhawks 20-17. Ramos, this game was close from start to finish. Never was anyone really in control of the game until that final onside kick.
Yeah.
And again, the stats show it. 1 yard the difference.
Yeah, across the board. I mean, first downs game, Florida 18, Carolina 18. Both kickers 100% in field goals. Carolina had a couple sacks. Florida didn't have sacks, actually, but they were able to limit the Carolina offense to, Logan Jack less than 5 yards per carry. Xander Gold only about 230 yards passing, 232, as you can see right there. The doink, and barely got over the right upright right there. Just very, very tight matchup, and one play was the difference. Probably that interception that you're seeing right there by Evan Carroll.
Yeah, and hey, if it wasn't for that doink, we'd probably be heading into overtime right now here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But again, as I said, these two teams, this is a very respectable game for these two. And honestly, if these are going to be, if this is just one of the Atlantic Division matchups, I'm excited to see what the other ones bring. player of the game honors. They're going to go to the Bullet Boletsky. I couldn't agree more. This man had a stellar performance today, really showing that these minor league players are already making an impact.
And I hope to see that juke move on the top 10 plays of the week. That was sick.
Couldn't agree with you more. But from all of us here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I'm Jack Brown alongside Ramos Lynn. The SFL will be right back after these messages for more post-game coverage.
Thanks, Ken.
All right.